Have you ever held a piece of jewelry that felt truly alive? A gem that wasn't forged in the earth's crust, but born from the patient work of life itself. Today, we're diving deep into the world of coral jewelry, one of humanity's oldest and most enchanting adornments. And like diamonds or sapphires, coral isn't a mineral. It's an organic gemstone, created by tiny marine animals called coral polyps. Deep beneath the waves, these creatures build intricate skeletons from calcium carbonate, layer by layer, over centuries. What results is a material shaped not by geological force, but by the gentle, persistent rhythm of the ocean. This places coral in a rare and precious family, alongside pearls and amber gems formed by living systems, connecting us directly to the natural world. Only naturally deceased coral is used for fine jewelry, transformed by skilled artisans from a raw marine form into an object of profound beauty. The human love for coral is ancient. Archaeologists have found coral beads worn by civilizations across the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and Asia, dating back thousands of years. In ancient Rome, vibrant red coral was believed to grant protection and vitality. During the Renaissance, it graced the necks of royalty and nobility, often carved into amulets and religious symbols. Across many cultures, coral was seen as a guardian, warding off misfortune and negative energy, elevating it from simple decoration to something almost sacred. In Asia, especially in Japan and China, coral became a symbol of high status, longevity, and refined taste. An antique coral piece today carries not just monetary value, but the weight of history. Nature provides coral in a stunning, yet understated palette. The most famous and valuable is red coral. Its shades range from a bright, fiery crimson to the legendary oxblood red, a deep, uniform color prized for its richness. Then there's the delicate beauty of pink coral, including the famous angel skin variety. Its soft, pastel tones feel almost luminous, making it highly admired in Japan and the United States for its ethereal elegance and rarity. Coral also appears in warm orange, salmon, and peach hues, as well as serene white and off-white varieties that speak of quiet sophistication. For a more modern aesthetic, there's the dramatic, elegant black coral. And a special variety, gold coral, is created by carefully bleaching black coral, revealing a warm, honeyed glow. True natural blue coral does exist, but it is exceptionally rare, mostly confined to museums and exclusive private collections. These colors come from natural pigments within the coral's structure. Because it's a relatively soft material, coral is polished smooth, not faceted like a diamond, giving it a unique, wax-like luster that feels organic and alive. Harvesting this gift from the sea has evolved significantly. Historically, coral was often dredged from the seafloor, a practice that caused immense environmental damage. Today, responsible sourcing is paramount. It relies on highly trained scuba divers who selectively collect coral from deep waters, a method that minimizes ecological impact. These dives are difficult and dangerous, which adds to the rarity and value of ethically sourced coral. The world's most respected coral sources are the Mediterranean Sea, home to the legendary red Corallium rubrum, the Pacific Ocean, especially near Japan and Taiwan, and certain regions along the African coast. With many coral species now protected by international law, legally and ethically sourced coral is becoming increasingly scarce, making proper documentation a crucial marker of quality in the luxury market. The journey from raw coral to finished jewelry is a masterclass in patience and precision. First, the raw material is meticulously sorted and graded for color, size, density, and structural integrity. Any piece with cracks, uneven color, or other imperfections is set aside. Then, skilled artisans begin the cutting and shaping process, often working by hand to honor the material's natural form. This can't be rushed. Too much pressure or speed can cause irreversible fractures. Next comes the slow, careful process of polishing, which reveals coral's inherent luster without damaging its delicate surface. Finally, the polished coral is set into jewelry, usually in gold or silver, with the metal chosen to complement and enhance the gem, never to overpower it. It's a demanding process. Often, less than 10% of the original raw material is usable for fine jewelry, and only a tiny fraction of that achieves exceptional quality. So, what are the most valued types of coral in the world today? First and foremost is Mediterranean red coral. For centuries, this has been the gold standard. The finest specimens boast that deep, uniform oxblood red with a flawless, smooth surface. These pieces are rare, highly regulated, and fiercely sought after by collectors. Next is the enchanting pink coral, especially the angel skin variety. Its soft, translucent pink tones are subtle and refined, particularly treasured in Japan for its association with grace and elegance. Black coral offers a bold, contemporary alternative. Its natural dark beauty has made it popular in modern designs and men's jewelry. And finally, there's gold coral. Created by carefully treating black coral, it has a warm, golden appearance that is both unusual and incredibly distinctive. What exactly gives coral its value? Several key factors come into play. Color is paramount. Deep, uniform tones will always be more desirable than pale or mottled colors. Size is also crucial, especially for bead strands, where finding large, perfectly matched beads is exceptionally difficult. The surface quality is another critical element. Fine coral should be free of cracks, pits, or any visible repairs. The harmony and matching across a necklace or a set can also greatly enhance its value. And today, ethical sourcing and official documentation play an increasingly important role in determining a piece's true worth. Let's talk about market value. A high-quality red coral bead strand can range from around £320 to £1,000 or more, depending on bead size and uniformity. Investment-grade necklaces, featuring large, flawless beads with verified provenance, often start at £650 and go up from there. Antique and collectible coral pieces, especially multi-strand necklaces or those set with diamonds, can easily command prices from £3,000 to £10,000, and sometimes much more. Pink or angel skin coral jewelry can range from £100 to £500 for smaller pieces, while mid-range necklaces often sell for between £80 and £250. White and salmon coral pieces are generally more accessible, typically priced between £70 and £160. Fine designer coral jewelry, especially when set in gold, usually starts around £150 and can go well over £1,000. Because genuine coral is so valuable, imitations are common. So how can you spot the real thing? Authentic coral often has subtle organic features, like fine growth lines or gentle variations in color. Its surface has a soft, almost waxy feel. Under magnification, real coral reveals an irregular, fibrous internal structure. In contrast, glass and plastic fakes might show tiny air bubbles, mold lines, or a surface that looks too perfect and uniform. For more advanced verification, experts use methods like solvent testing for dyes, microscopic examination, and even Raman spectroscopy. For any significant purchase, a professional gemological report is always a wise investment. Now, if you own a piece of this marine treasure, caring for it is essential. Coral is precious, but it's also delicate, with a hardness of only 3 to 4 on the Mohs scale, similar to pearls. This means it needs to be treated with respect. Always put on your coral jewelry after you've applied cosmetics, perfume, or hairspray. It's best reserved for special occasions rather than daily wear. Water, chemicals, heat, and even prolonged sunlight can cause damage, leading to fading or a dull surface. To clean your coral, just gently wipe it with a soft, dry cloth. If you must, use a slightly damp cloth with lukewarm water only, and be sure to dry it immediately. Never use ultrasonic cleaners, steam, soaps, or any kind of chemical. Store your coral jewelry by itself in a soft-lined box or pouch, away from heat and harsh light. A moderately humid environment will help preserve its natural polish. For serious collectors and owners of investment-grade pieces, especially Mediterranean red and angel skin corals, a few extra rules apply. Avoid any home testing or polishing attempts. Keep all your certificates, receipts, and provenance records safe and together. If your piece ever needs repair or restoration, make sure it's handled only by a specialist with experience in working with coral. Well-preserved coral jewelry, particularly antique or documented pieces, has the potential to not only maintain but also increase its value over time. In the end, coral jewelry is so much more than a beautiful accessory. It's a meeting of the sea, of time, and of human artistry. Each piece is a quiet reminder of the ocean's patience and of artisan's skill. When treated with the respect it deserves, fine coral jewelry can be passed down for generations, preserving not just its stunning beauty, but the incredible story written within it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed learning about the world of coral, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of fine jewelry. See you next time.